For the presentation, I noticed you looked at risk, but did you consider valuing the different income streams differently? Do you have a thought on what the valuation should be of revenues from aircraft sales and from the core revenues?
Sorry, can you ask the question again?
Sorry, I maybe didn't make myself clear. Do you think that the earnings from each of the two main areas should have the same valuation? Are they of similar quality or different quality?
The question about the valuation of aircraft sale and the strong core business, right? Yeah. First, we really believe about the strong core business. Passenger revenue and ancillary sale revenue. Revenue can also from the aircraft sale and to value add efficiency more accurate. We use EV per EBITDA. If you want to know more about the EV EBITDA, we will show you more.
Can you say a little bit about why Vietjet they got a stronger profit margin as compared to competitor? And single question only.
Well, I want to show you about more margin in Vietnam domestic. I apply to compare VJC to Vietnam Airlines. You can see that gross profit margin of Vietnam Airlines is higher than Vietjet, but the net profit is lower. I think gross profit margin of Vietnam Airlines is higher because of the control, because they have different segment, full gross profit and everything. But if we compare the net profit, we realize that Vietjet had more advantage about they maximize their advantage because of low cost, operating cost and financial expense.
I thought the risk matrix was quite good, but I have a general question on risk. So Vietjet competes in a low-cost, kind of lower value customer than Vietnam Airlines, from what I believe is higher value. What happens if Vietnam Airlines decides that Vietjet is stealing all our customers or some of our customers? We're going to reduce prices and compete with Vietjet. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I can have a bit. I think now Vietjet Jetstar is under Vietnam Airlines. So if Vietnam Airlines wants do business at low cost carrier, they will do business through Jetstar. I have comparisons with Vietjet and Jetstar, and you can see in the fleet, Jetstar have more advantage with the about 51 aircraft, and also I have comparison in terms of service. And the brand of Vietjet is more popular than Jetstar, and about the ancillary product is more convenient and have no price. And I think it is the reason why the customer have a choose Vietjet.
So what you're saying is that Vietnam Airlines would compete with Vietjet through Jetstar rather than directly. Is that right?
In your revenue breakdown, you forecast that Vietjet will achieve to compound annual growth rate of 27% in the core business. Could you tell us more about the main source of revenue that they comprise to that 27 growth?
Well, the revenue, when we break down the revenue come from two factors. First of all, is about the core operation, including the passenger transportation and the ancillary revenue. And the second is selling aircraft. About the passenger transportation revenue and ancillary revenue, with support of the bright industrial look and strong competitiveness with the high load factor and lower cost, they can expand their company and earn more profit about the passenger transportation. And we always forecast that the passenger, the middle class and the passenger always is increase in the future, and that also lead to an increase in the ancillary revenue. And that's the reason why we put uptrend for the passenger transportation revenue with 27% from in 2015 the passenger transportation revenue equal to 8,000 billion Vietnam dong, and to the 2021 is about 68,000 billion VND.
Thank you. Can I ask about the passenger revenue? The main source of growth will come from domestic market or international route?
I think we bring from the growth. It's it's domestic markets. Now the market share of visits is about 42%, and they can explain their market in near future. Also, the increasing is the number of middle class in Vietnam is high, and also in the term of foreign markets, nowadays the true news markets Vietnam want to directly exploit is Japan and India, and they also operate with Japan Airlines and India to support it.
However, you can see on the slide, we has estimated the domestic and foreign routes. On the 2016, you can see business operate in 37 domestic routes, and 2019 is come up and reach about 45 domestic routes, and about the foreign routes in 2016. Business operate in 23, but in the next 2 years is operate in 25 foreign routes. So it's the impressive.
One more question. You come up with a buy recommendation for VZ, and if you're about to pick up one region only, or one financial ratio, or anything, just one, which one is the thing that you really think that we have to base on that to make the buy recommendation for VZ?
In my opinion, and in our team opinion, we strongly believe that you should buy VZ for the main reason that it is the dominator of domestic and market. In 2016 is 42% of market share in domestic market, and about the aviation industry is a young and more than industry. So it is a bright outlook for the Vietjet to operate in domestic and foreign routes. So I see that the main reason that you should invest in VJC, that's the bright outlook and the strong core business of the company.
To support my idea, why we don't choose some ratio such as profit margin or cash generation or something like that. Because when we cover the risk changing in accounting standard and we make some adjustment from converting VAS to IFRS, maybe the earning will be affected because once the master brand spend is financial spend. And
thank you, Banking Academy of Vietnam. Sorry for interrupting you. 10 minutes is up. Sorry.